Hey guys, it's Crown Discus, coming at you with another video. Today I'm going to be trimming some plants and doing some maintenance in my 80 litre Aquascape. You guys have seen this tank just a couple of days ago when I added the Cory cats. I've made some changes. These plants have already grown. You can see how bushy they are, and I've added some Anubias over here. That was in my other tanks, but I closed them down because I'm going back to school soon, actually tomorrow. And so yeah, today I'm going to do some last minute maintenance before school starts again, so I don't have to really focus on the tank. I'll still be doing some videos, but I don't have many subscribers, so that doesn't really matter. Today I'm going to be trimming these plants up here as they're growing up into the top plants, and I'll be replanting them. So I'll show you guys how to do that today. So when you trim stem plants, it's always best to trim them diagonally. So you come in with the scissors, but go diagonally on the stem when you cut it, and just snip it. Make sure you lift it up, and you can propagate that someplace else. So I'm going to trim all these plants, and then I'll be back. Just as you're trimming, remember and be careful not to cut any leaves on other stalks, because you will be propagating this and you don't want to damage the plant any more than cutting it. That's traumatizing it enough. But trimming helps to keep it growing bushy and yeah, just looking nice. As you can see over this side, I've propagated these ones before, and they're growing quite nicely. The coloration's beautiful. And yeah, just gonna keep going. Make sure your scissors are nice and sharp so that it makes a clean cut and doesn't split the stem. Propagating, when you plant them, if you plant them close together, it will help give it a nice bushy effect when it grows back. When you cut the plant, it's always best to cut as close to the other leaves as possible. So when you cut it, you want to leave a nice long stalk that you can plant into the soil. But there'll be some other ways. I'll show you guys how to propagate using stones. Tie the plants to the stones, and the root system will grow down into the substrate. Where are my scissors at? Just going to keep trimming. All aquascapes, you want the plants to be nice and bushy, so the more you trim and the more maintenance you do on them, the better it is for the tank. You always want to be as focused as you can and determined, and also dedicated to your fish tanks and aquascapes, because not only do you want the fish to look nice and be healthy, but you want the plants to be nice and healthy as well. So as much maintenance as possible, frequently, on a weekly basis, is always good. And you can just let it grow out, and then never throw out clippings of plants. You can use them in other tanks. You can propagate them and put them to make it more bushy in one aquascape, or you can always give them to friends or donate them to pet shops. Sometimes they give you a little bit of store credit or trade you some fish for them or other plants. That's it for the trimmings, and I'll get back to you guys with the propagation. Okay guys, I'm back, and now I'll be showing you how to tie on the plants to the rocks, or you can tie them even onto driftwood. It's just basically to weigh it down so that they don't have the chance of lifting off out of the substrate and floating around your tank. That's really a nightmare I've found with my other aquascapes, that if you just plant stem plants into the soil, especially if you propagate them, they're wanting to float to the surface, and they are buoyant. Aquatic plants all are buoyant, and so they all want to float to the surface. And just if you don't tie them down to something or weigh them down with some sort of material, it's very frustrating. I know personally, I don't like it, and it's very annoying. So what you're going to do is tie a loop like on a lasso, so the loop, and you're going to put it around the stone. But what I do is so you can adjust it by pulling, it gets tighter. You want to lay your plants on the side of the rock, so sideways, like this. So the stem's on the side of the rock. Can you see that? Yep. Stems on the side of the rock, and you're going to lay all your plants down in an order that you want. You can go species, so I'm going to do species. So all the long, bigger plants are going to go on this big rock. If the stem's not long enough to tie onto the rock, you can pull off the leaves, and that gives you more stem room. So just plop them off like that, and put them on the stone, ready for planting. I'll get back to you guys when I've tied them all onto the rocks, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm back again, and I've finished tying on the trimmings of the plants, and that's how bushy it is from just what you guys saw me trim in that video. So now I'm going to go ahead and plant them. Okay, so there we have the propagation, the stems. I've tied them to the rock. See all the stems pointing the same direction, that way you can plant them down like that. And I'll just show you putting them in the tank. So there we go, that's them all floating there. And I'll find a good spot to put them. I think I found just a spot. Down over here. So that's all the plants trimmed now, and you can see how much shorter that is. That's going to grow back really compact, because every stem you trim, I've got an example here, every stem you trim, a little shoot comes off the side like that, and so the stalk actually doubles. See here? It's got a second stalk. And so the stalk doubles, and that acts as a good effect to make the plant more bushy. You can see where I've planted them. They're down there. Down in the back there. Little pleco down there. Spotted pleco. There he is. Okay, so that's the end of the video. Hope you guys learned a little bit from that today. Please remember to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be shortly back with another video soon. Thank you.